let's talk. Saints Bucks. Saints versus the
Earlier.
Bucks. Devin.
That was getting scary real quick. I mean, those 1 o'clock games were scary. Because I mean, the Falcons game was tied the entire game.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I knew the Bucks are going to win. Thought the
Yeah, but
Falcons were also going to
when they
win.
were down against the Saints, I got a little scared.
I thought the Falcons were. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. It's like as soon as they went in the halftime 16-6, and I was like, look, if there's a quarterback that's not gonna be able to like keep a 10-point lead, it's probably Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Like it's probably Spencer Rattler.
No, it is Spencer Rattler.
And it's Spencer Rattler. If there's one of them, has to be Spencer Rattler.
Yes.
So yeah, they get it, and honestly, on top of that, yeah, they win the NFC South. We expected that, but to go out there and do what they did for Mike,
give it to Mike.
I was awesome. So happy because Bucky got that touchdown, and it was almost like a nice, good job, nice. Because as soon as the Bucks got the ball back, it's like, are they going to kneel it? They could have obviously, and they.
Is this a Saquon situation? Are we going to sit them?
They went for it. They did what they did what they should have done, and
now I don't want to shit talk it at all. It's great that they did that, and I love the way that they did that, and I'm glad they did that. And I don't think it's comparable to like a.
It's Strahan. Not Michael Strahan.
It's not a Strahan
situation. Brett Favre's dropping for Strahan.
It's not Brett Favre's patting him on the back and kneeling down and whatever. There's still people who want to get that changed to a tackle for a loss.
It should be.
Which would make TJ the all-time sack leader in the season.
All right, but go ahead. What are you gonna say? Shit on him.
No, I'm just saying that it's not comparable to that. Like there could be people coming out and saying that it's
not. And he missed 3 games this year, 3.5 games this year.
Yeah, and it's still a competitive play in that game.
Look, the Saints could have quadruple teamed him and said, "You're not getting this record."
Agreed. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, they drew up a great 5-6 yard play, and it worked out. Here's my conversation because I've been pondering this.
And good on the Saints head coach for not flipping the fuck out on the other team for doing that. Like the Broncos head coach against y'all.
That kind of gave me like a.
Who was that?
God, who was that? I don't know. He's a bitch. He was whining and crying though. He did not like that. Either way, this was a question that I've been pondering. I guess since the record has been broken.
Christian Ponder.
And people like to do this a lot with the NBA. Like as soon as a record's broken, it's where do they rank? And my question for you is, where does Mike Evans rank? Personally,
you said top 5.
Personally, I think it's no question, bro, is top 10.
That's what I was saying. I think top 10 is reasonable.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who's your top 5? Who's your top 5 all time? Off the dome, who is the top 5 all time wide receiver list? Who's on it?
No order.
No order. Jerry,
Randy, Megatron, T.O.
Larry?
Give it to Larry. We give it to a lot of guys there, but
okay. So to me, did you say T.O.?
I said T.O.
Okay, so to me, yeah, you have your what? Jerry, Randy, Larry, T.O., Megatron. Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest. I think in a few years we're gonna start talking about Jamar. We're gonna start talking about Justin.
Okay, I want to say
they're gonna come up real quick.
A decade.
And they're gonna be fighting for that 1 and 2 spot.
No, a decade from now, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
The top 5 list will be filled with players from today.
Yeah, I mean Jerry will always be up there. I think it's just gonna.
No, he won't be. Devin, he won't be.
Maybe
he will be at that point.
Well, Jerry has the accolades,
bro. At that point, he will be Wilt. Like it's not. It's just not
That's
going.
that's
It's not
true.
going to be the
Yeah.
same, bro. It's not. It's just not going to be the same, bro. The shit that Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and all these receivers are doing, it is not the same, bro.
Jamar just won the Triple Crown.
It is not the same, Devin. And Mike Evans might just be top 5. If you really break down his career, you look at this: Mike Glennon, Josh McCown,
And I would bring quarterbacks in this, and I like
Jameis Winston,
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Yep.
Blaine Gabbert.
Yep.
Those were the quarterbacks he played with before Tom Brady became a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. In that time, 7,260 yards, 48 tutties.
Yeah.
With those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Come in, have Brady, add a Super Bowl to the resume. Who we name? We name Larry.
Yes.
We name Megatron.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of people who haven't been able to get to the pinnacle and win it.
Well, yes, sure. T.O. has one, though.
Does T.O.? No. Where did T.O. win one? I don't think T.O. has one, bro. I don't know where he would. I mean, maybe we're just fumbling.
Philly, no. I don't know. Was he on that last Niners team?
No. I can make sure.
Yeah.
But okay, that's my first point. Is he went in, adds the Super Bowl with Brady, and he's still doing his thing with Baker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which now I don't think I don't think every conversation or ranking is especially with no Super Bowl for Terrell Owens.
Okay.
It's not gonna have to do with like quarterbacks and all this, but to be able to
no Super Bowl for Randy either.
No Super Bowl for Randy either. To be able to tie a record with Jerry Rice, and in those first 6 years,
7
without Tom,
6
or I believe the first 6 were without Tom.
Okay.
Because he put up 6,000 or we put up 7,260. So so the first 7. Either way, I'm not gonna sit here and do the math. That's a shitty lineup. Like there was a time where
but one of the worst.
Like there was a time where when D-Hop was in his prime, where they were talking about like how it just did not matter who was throwing him the football.
Yeah.
But it's like when you look at the names that were throwing Mike Evans.
But it's like
footballs.
It's like no, Mike got through those 7 years or 6 years or whatever, and then by the time Brady came, it was like Mike's getting up there in age a little bit. Mike's doing this, and then Brady leaves, and it's like, oh, do they want to keep Mike? Mike's
and they bring in Baker, who at the point was a 3rd string in LA.
Yes. Well, no, he was a
journeyman.
Pickup. He was a mid-season
Cleveland, Carolina, LA, boom.
Yeah.
Tampa, because he won that last regular season game with the Rams and then signed with the Bucks. Correct?
The next year, yeah.
Okay, either way.
But no, he was a mid-season pickup by the Rams.
Either way, yes, by the Rams. Either way, when you start to look at these other quarterbacks, I mean, obviously you can't really make the argument for some of these because I mean, Jerry did what Jerry did.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously, are they a little inflated because of the receivers he was able to play or the quarterbacks he was able to play with? Sure, but he was able to also put up similar numbers in fucking Seattle at like however old
and Oakland,
was.
yeah.
And in Oakland. So,
but no, he whatchamacallit? He's got Super Bowl MVPs. Like Jerry is in.
But look, I'm just saying.
In terms of accolades, a league of his own.
When we're talking about breaking that top 5 barrier.
Yeah.
I saw names like Marvin Harrison, right?
Of course.
Who, the numbers are similar, but he played 11 of 13 years with Peyton Manning. Damn. 11 of his 13 seasons he played with. If Mike Evans played 11 years straight with Peyton Manning,
Tom Brady,
he would be the best wide receiver of all time. He'd be the best wide receiver of all time. There would be no conversation. If most of these guys who are in conversation for top 10 had Peyton Manning, prime Peyton Manning, the first 11 years of Peyton Manning's career, yeah, no, he'd be the best receiver.
Pre-neck snap.
Pre-neck, pre-bad neck Manning. Come on.
Dang.
Like, I mean, there's no question. I
No,
saw
you're right.
people
No.
bringing up Chris Carter, who the numbers. I mean, the numbers are there.
I know,
25 more.
but Chris, no. I mean, Chris has had an incredible.
Look,
He had an incredible career, but no one's putting him in the top 5 conversation.
yes,
Now,
they
people
are.
might talk about
Yeah,
him.
people are.
Some people
Trust me.
will.
No. I looked at probably 15 top 5 wide receiver lists,
He
and
has
he was
awesome
one of
numbers.
he was one of the commons, one of the
Now,
common denominators.
who was that quarterback?
I mean, what at time fucking Warren Moon and I mean, you got to just go through
What's his name?
that 90s
Dante?
yeah, you just
Culpepper.
got to go through that 90s
Culpepper.
lineup. But I'm saying 25 more tutties, 1,300 more yards. He had a streak, an 8-year streak of 1,000 yards. He played 67 more games.
You know, Mike ain't done yet.
Jerry Rice played 136 more games.
Yeah.
Randy Moss played 51 more games. T.O. played 52 more games. Marvin Harrison played 23 more games.
Now, where does Mike rank in total years?
Larry Fitzgerald only played 96 more games.
Dang.
96 more games, Devin. That's a lot of seasons. That's a lot of seasons, bro. 96 more games.
I'm not even going to try to do the math.
Jerry played 136 more games. I'm not saying he's going to put up Jerry numbers by the time he's done.
No.
But if you split that in half, he might he's going to be top 5.
Well, where is he in
all-time receiving yards and all that? Yeah. Oh boy, let me all-time. I want to say he's
now. Mike has hit 1,000 all these years, but what his peak was? What 14?
That was his rookie year.
1,500.
I mean, can you call this much of a consistent of a career? I mean,
No.
Is his peak not?
No. I'm saying his most yards in a season.
Mike's only at 24th.
Okay,
but
no,
I mean,
his most yards in a season was what?
Most yards in a season. Let's pull bro up.
1,500.
1,500 in 2018. But I mean, he put up 1,255 last year.
Well, that was Jameis's 5K year.
He put up 1,255 and 13 touchdowns. He put up he tied his season high for touchdowns in 2023. I mean, the man still got it. And then you got to think of the names that are above him: D-Hop and Julio, who are burnt out. D-Hop not as much as Julio, but I'm not gonna lie, if D-Hop wasn't catching balls from Pat Mahomes, bro looked like he was burnt out. Julio is obviously burnt out.
Now,
Mike is gonna continue to. I mean,
the problem kind of comes in when we talk about, legacy. Mike will have an incredible legacy. He will have the career stats. He'll have the 1,000-yard record. But I think the downside is that, I mean, he didn't play with a top quarterback, so we never got to see like prime Mike with a prime quarterback.
Is that
and
not?
If we look at other receivers' primes,
is that not the main argument for Megatron?
That is the main argument for Megatron, but it's also the main argument for Julio and
Julio. No, bro.
Some other yos on that list.
I don't know. Julio played in a Super Bowl. Julio. I mean, no, bro. I can't say that.
AB.
Julio was given the luxury.
AB, bro.
Ooh, AB burnt out. Julio was given the luxury. Julio was given. Mike Evans' career isn't over.
No, I know.
Like we're Julio.
But a lot of time when we talk about receivers, it's not about longevity.
Bro, but
Julio, guys talk about when it comes to longevity.
Julio was given the luxury of having a quarterback, at least a quarterback position that was stable and consistent.
Matt was good. No, Matt was good.
Yeah, Matt was fucking good. So to sit here and act like Julio didn't have it way easier than Mike Evans,
no, I agree.
We're just being naive. So if he's not top 5 yet, if people want to play these numbers really, really hard and pick apart every single number they want, they can. But if you can look at just the volume, if you look at the quarterbacks he had to catch balls from, the consistency, if he's not yet, he will finish top 5 all time. Sorry.
But again, how long is that going to last? You know.
I mean, bro, he pulled. We're acting like he's getting so old that he can barely put up 1,000. He pulled his hammy.
No. I'm not. I'm
He
not.
pulled
No.
his hammy early, missed 3 games, still was able to put up 1,000.
You
The
know, I'm
man is
not.
probably going to have 3 or 4 more 1,000-yard seasons.
Agreed. No, I'm not talking about how much time does he have left. I think he's got still a lot of time left. How much time does he have in terms of being in that top 5 when you have Jamar and Justin who will be in that?
So Jamar and Justin are just jumping everybody in a couple years, just like that. Is that really what we're?
I'm not saying just like that, but at this pace,
we're still arguing like Marvin Harrison, Calvin Johnson, Mike Evans. We're not throwing.
No, I know, but if we look at, but the way that we talk about this season with Justin, if he's doing this with Sam Darnold,
that's cool.
No, I know, but I'm saying if this continues.
Sure, but I mean, like I said, 20 years from now, the list will be filled with names from today. But Mike Evans, from the time he retires, okay, if you're asking me how long will it last, in my eyes, from the time he retires till 20 years after that, his name will be in the top 5 list. Will it maybe start to break if receivers are going that crazy 25, 30 years from now? Sure. But to go, I mean, I don't know. Am I now I'm just yoga stretching for like a chance for him to be top 5, because now it's like, what, maybe he has a chance to be top 5 over the next 30 years. Like, what are we doing here? Can he finish top 5 or not? That's really the question. Could he retire top 5 if you don't think he is now?
Yeah, he can for sure.
Could it last a year? It could last 10 years. I don't know.
But I mean, there is something to be said about the record for sure, and I definitely think that right now he's a for sure top 10. But no, I mean, definitely the lack of impressive quarterbacks is a thing, but I'm not sure how much that's going to get talked about in the upper echelon of receivers. You know?
Well, maybe I can help.
And I think you are.
Mike Glennon, Josh McCown, Jameis Winston, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Blaine Gabbert.
Some of the worst.
That's all I'm going to say. All right.